Truth is, if you didn't have one of these card backs, you couldn't be a NASCAR fan back in the day. Oh, only 2000s kids would understand. Here is Jeff Gordon's 2004 Dupont Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to a 2004 NASCAR Diecast review, and I hope you're all having a great day out there, right? This is a banging paint scheme, and you might be thinking, okay, Diecastbuffet, where the heck you get this thing? I picked it up from Fort Worth, Texas, outside of a gas station, believe it or not, literally this year. I picked it up at the Buc-ee's gas station. The cat up there had some good gypsy merchandise for sale. Had this Jeff Gordon piece right here for $5. I've always wanted a 04 Jeff Gordon DuPont car. This, of course, is the first year of the Nextel Cup Series, and I see this car, and look at the card back. I mean, obviously the oxygen has already been punctured here and put into the box. You can see the hole right there. So the die-cast probably has been exposed a little bit to some temperature changes. I'm not sure how the plastic has yellowed, if any, but absolutely. For $5, still mint in the package. Granted, the package is pretty tore up, so I don't have a problem opening it. I mean, look at that. Definitely needs to be opened. Really cool packaging back in 04. You know, the Winter Circle Diecast Brigade. I tell you what, though. In 2004, they were pooping these things out like crazy. I'm telling you, they had every single paint scheme you can imagine they were making back in those days, and it was truly a time to be a NASCAR Diecast collector. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get this 2004 DuPont Chevrolet Monte Carlo for Jeff Gordon out of the box. Alrighty, folks, brand new out of the good old card back, and I gotta say though, this was a massive score here because the body of the car is in impeccable condition, right? The actual windows, the interior, not yellow. Think about this. This was sitting in a tent outside of a gas station in Fort Worth, Texas. No telling where this thing's been across the country. The cat, you know, I talked to him. He buys collections off people, right? And that's how he does his business. And I tell you what, though, the transaction for this was very quickly done because I freaking wanted this car so bad. I tell you what, let's go back to 2020 Texas Motor Speedway weekend, right? Let's say it's a Saturday afternoon. I'm craving Chick-fil-A. I got to do some die-cast hunting first, right? So I'm walking around here with my iPod and filming stuff, you know, having a jolly good time, right? I'm looking around. There's all these old dudes looking around at these cars. I mean, they're like, oh, that's a rare Ken Schrader over there. Yeah, I know who Ken Schrader is. That's really cool. You probably don't think I know about him. And they're like, oh, that's a really rare car right there. And I'm sitting here thinking, these people probably never seen a fan this enthused about looking at diecast in my age range, because I mean literally everyone up there was much older than me. There was no one, you know, in their early 20s really looking around those diecasts. So essentially I had really good pickings up there, and a lot of the cars that sold, I seen on Instagram people were buying, I actually got to see. So I had kind of I wouldn't say a first dibs, but I had a pretty good dibs at it. This cat had a bunch of Jeff Gordon merchandise, but I will say though, I think I made a mistake. I didn't pick up the 2005. He had the 2004, right? I picked up the 04, but he also had the 2005 version of the Winter Circle primary Jeff Gordon car. I should have picked it up because they were $5 a pop. You can't beat it. I mean, you're going to pay that and then plus shipping on eBay. So essentially, you're saving $3 or $4 per car. Granted, you're basically getting two for the price of one. And think about it, $5, that's the price of a crappy, horrible, mold, cheap NASCAR Authentics diecast you pick up at your local Round Shape or your Walmart. So definitely a really, really, awesome find, honestly. DuPont right there. You got Chevrolet bow tie. Oh, big oof right there. The Monte Carlo logo. Looks like the Tasmanian Devil took a bite out of it. You got the 24 right there. Hendrick Motorsports. Oh my God, those Gen 4s are so beautiful, man. Look, if I could get a Gen 4 car and I can make it street legal, you bet your bottom dollar I would drive it around. I would love it. Got Moog, Clavite, Comp, Edelbrock, Wicks. Very, very cool. And you go back to that tent, right? I remember looking at that tent for the first time in 2019. I didn't buy anything. Truth be told, I didn't buy anything. And what's so interesting about these gypsies is that one year you could go to them and they don't have much. They might have only 164s or only 124s. This cat had some really cool pieces back in 2019, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Mainly Gold Series over-reduced mid-2010s, Ryan Newmans and whatnot. Well, I'll go back to next year. This cat had a plethora of die kits. I'm talking about, you know those 8-pack cereal boxes, like it has like Fruit Loops, Cocoa Pebbles, or whatever the heck you want to call it. This cat had that, but it was a cornucopia of die casts. I mean, this dude had card backs, Gold Series, 124s, haulers. I'm talking die casts that were produced during the Jeff Gordon dawn, the 1994, 1995 era that was sitting on the shelves during race weekends. I mean, it was remarkable. Very, very cool stuff. And if you want to check out that entire experience, my whole vlog and trip, I have a link down below to my whole trip for the 2020 Texas Motor Speedway trip. And I tell you what, as a Texan, I can't wait to go back. So this is a really attractive piece right here. Look at this Dayglow signature. I'm digging that. And obviously the paintwork on this is a metallic blue. God, this needs to be a throwback, honestly. It needs to be a throwback, and I tell you what, if William Byron ran this car every weekend, I'd be totally okay with it, because this paint scheme is just so freaking beautiful. So you got Pepsi right there, GMAC, and a fun fact for those out there, GMAC, to my knowledge, actually became Ally Bank. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but the GMAC, of course, has a tie to Hendrick Motorsports, you know, the Brian Vickers days, and pretty interesting. If that's actually the case, then they would go on to sponsor Jimmy Johnson. Got Lay's, DuPont's, Quaker State. Not sure. I think it looks like a bootleg Marlboro logo there. Not too sure. Got NASCAR, Race Car, NASCAR, Nextel Cup Series, bootleg, Polo Award, Mechanics Work, Onometer, Jegs, Infograms, EA Sports. That's a throwback right there. For the cats out there, the Infograms is kind of the NASCAR Heat side of the NASCAR video game spectrum. Goodyear, looks like, I don't know what's underneath that. Holly, Outback, USG. Speaking of which, I ate at Outback up there in Fort Worth. It's some freaking nice people. I will definitely say that. MBNA, Waste Management, 3M, Goodyear. Go over to the right side, or go over to the back side of this Chevrolet Monte Carlo. And, you know, these die-casts, to me, a lot of people look at these cars and they're thinking, oh, it's an old die-cast. Who cares? The guy's retired. To me, I look at these old Gen 4 cars, and I remember when these things were on the shelves, brand new. I'm talking cases of them. I'm talking so many of these Gen 4 cars. You could go down your die-cast aisle, so to speak, in 2004, and you would probably see 60, maybe 70 die-casts on the shelf from so many different brands, right? Because you got to think about it. You have the Winter Circle 124s. You have the haulers, right? You have your normal 164 scale die-cast, right? Well, then you have your Hot Wheels 164 scale die-cast, right? The Hot Wheels, obviously, they have a lot of shelf space, guys. A lot of shelf space, a lot of die-cast there. So if that ain't enough, sometimes you would even see Team Caliber merchandise. I mean, you would get so many options as a NASCAR die-cast collector back in yesteryear. That's not including 118 Winter Circles. That's not including 187 Winter Circles. So you're talking about an absolute cornucopia of freaking die-casts in one aisle. It was incredible back in the day. It was really something to gaze the eyes at. So you got DuPont right there, automotive finishes, got the number 24, got the little bow tie right there, got the Quaker State logo, the old school version of that, and of course you got the signature Chevrolet Monte Carlo ducktail. Love these 2003 to 2007 style Gen 4. Now, DuPont, the miracles of science right there on the deck lid, and this does come with a very cool accessory piece. So here's a little bit of a throwback for all those cats out there. So back in yesteryear, you could pick up your, mostly your Chevrolet drivers. You could pick up your little, it's almost like not to say artificial, but it's like it's a little truck pass, little accessory they put in, you know, a lanyard piece. And you could take like a little, you could take like a string or something. You could run it to the top here and you could wear it around. So, anyways, hope you're having a great one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't mind, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my new content right here on Diecastbuffet. All that being said, folks, I need some more coffee. What a fantastic Diecast. Diecastbuffet. Signing off, mate.